Well, I did not really expect to watch Smurfs 2025. I decided to make a review video out of it. I hate having to do this Smurfin shit. We are still living in 2025 and holy shit, it's funny that they're still trying to make Smurfs happen. All of a sudden, we're still getting another live-action animated Smurfs slop. There's also two animated Smurfs movies, which were The Smurfs and the Magic Flute and Smurfs The Lost Village. I don't really like Smurfs and the Magic Flute that much, but even if the Smurfs don't appear until for like the second half, at least it was trying to be faithful to the comics. And Smurfs The Lost Village, I reviewed it back in 2017 as I thought it was good on my first time watch, and on my rewatch it was decent. Anyways, I decided to check out Smurfs 2025, not only because it was secretly produced by Paramount Animation that the marketing team was hiding on, but this is helmed by Chris Miller, the guy who brought us Shrek the Third and Puss in Boots at DreamWorks Animation. Obviously, he is not to be confused with the other Chris Miller of the Lord Miller duo, but this is a DreamWorks director, guys. For this movie, I expected it to be a bit Smurf and infuriating when I saw the trailers of it. And then, it did not make me infuriated. This movie is so boring, oh my god! Smurfs 2025 tells the story where No Name Smurf, voiced by James Corden, feeling not as special as every other Smurf, and then Smurfette, voiced by Rihanna, tries to cheer him up by thinking of something special to him. He gets magic after the musical number he sang. This is a half-assed musical? Like, why are there musical numbers in the Smurfs movie that are forgettable? It's like they're trying to cash in on trolls, but failed. And then Papa Smurf, voiced by John Goodman, gets kidnapped by the evil wizard Gargamel. Wait a minute. Gargamel is actually not a main villain in this movie. It's his brother Razamel. So now, Smurfette, No Name Smurf, and other Smurfs go to the real world to find Papa Smurf's brother, Ken, so they can rescue Papa Smurf. Like, this concept has already been done before in Sony's live-action duology and The Lost Village combined. That's the premise. It's just a generic kids movie with a boring-ass story that don't offer anything new to the Smurfs. Is it worse than the live-action duology from Sony? Well, I'll say the live-action duology is still terrible with Hank Azaria Gargamel being the only show-stealing part, but overall-wise, I have to think about it at this point. Just because Smurfs in this look faithful to the source material, that doesn't change anything that it is still a terrible movie. They don't interact with the live-action humans in the live-action stuff, so what's the point of going to real world anyway? The voice acting is bad. I guess the only semi-decent performance was John Goodman. At least he tried his best on voicing Papa Smurf, and that's probably the only tolerable voice acting part. Of course, I need to talk about the one and only Smurfette that they kept promoting as the big thing. Rihanna is Smurfette. I mean, to be fair, Hollywood hires talented celebrity female musicians for Smurfette in movies like Katy Perry and Demi Lovato, but unfortunately, I feel like Rihanna is a really poor fit for her voice role. She looks like Smurfette, but her voice, she sounds more like Rihanna herself than an actual Smurfette. It's like she is not even trying. It's very obvious that they promoted Rihanna is Smurfette as a big thing, like I get it. It's like Zendaya is Michi in Smallfoot all over again. And now, James Corden as No Name Smurf. My friend Blue Jay said he is the main character in the film, and I was like, oh really? That would be easy for me to have a worthless experience. And I guess No Name Smurf surprisingly isn't James Corden's most annoying role, but still, he is a weak protagonist and just another going through the motions James Corden performance. The CG still looks like ass in the live action part, especially in the Australia scene with the horrible CG kangaroos. I don't really like any of the characters in this movie other than Papa Smurf. They are either really boring or unfunny. Razamel is literally just Gargamel again but more corny. And I get to talk about Joel. So cringe! Yeah, no, he's just boring and generic, serving as a sidekick to Razamel. And why did the turtle join the Smurfs on the adventure? Just because he is funny? No. And finally, the message is so generic and obvious, like kindness always wins. Other than the problems I have, the animation is decent in some scenes that are animated, I suppose. I guess I'll give the movie credit for the backgrounds and character design staying close to the source material. But then, I felt entirely nothing watching this movie overall. Bottom line is, Smurfs 2025 is just a boring generic kids movie with a cliche story that we've seen before but makes absolutely zero sense, stupid direction, really bad voice acting, boring characters other than Papa Smurf, who is only one good character in this movie, forgettable musical numbers that don't fit the Smurfs, failed attempts on the humor, even the one-liners are very cringe, like, "Think I just smurfed my pins? I am going to smurf and kill you. Please shut the Smurf up." That would also apply to the influencer Smurf, if he is still in the final product, but thankfully, he is entirely cut out. As someone who grew up with the Smurfs, especially the 80s Hanna-Barbera cartoon, I still cannot really recommend this movie. It may be the most empty experience I ever had on an animated movie in such a Smurfin' while. I'm going to give this movie a 2 out of 10. It was this close to get a 1 out of 10, but honestly, I decided 2 out of 10 would be more thoughtful score for a few compliments I have. So thank you for watching my movie review on Smurfs 2025, and I'll see you guys later.